January 31st, 2026, Daily Bread. Passage, Matthew chapter 5, verse 17 to 32, key verse 17. Title, Jesus came to fulfill the law. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of a pen, will by any means disappear from the law, until everything is accomplished. Therefore anyone who sets aside one of the least of these commands, and teaches others accordingly, will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever practices and teaches these commands, will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I tell you, that unless your righteousness surpasses that of the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, you will certainly not enter the kingdom of heaven. You have heard that it was said to the people long ago, you shall not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment. But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, Raka, is answerable to the court. And anyone who says, you fool, will be in danger of the fire of hell. Therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled to them, then come and offer your gift. Settle matters quickly with your adversary who is taking you to court. Do it while you are still together on the way, or your adversary may hand you over to the judge, and the judge may hand you over to the officer, and you may be thrown into prison. Truly, I tell you, you will not get out until you have paid the last penny. You have heard that it was said, you shall not commit adultery. But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye causes you to stumble, gouge it out and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell. And if your right hand causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to go into hell. It has been said, anyone who divorces his wife must give her a certificate of divorce. But I tell you that anyone who divorces his wife, except for sexual immorality, makes her the victim of adultery. And anyone who marries a divorced woman commits adultery. Daily Bread Message. The Jewish religious leaders distrusted Jesus, believing that he broke the law and blasphemed God. But Jesus declared that he had come not to abolish the law but to fulfill it, and that the law stands forever. In fact, he lived it perfectly and revealed its fullest intent. He fulfilled the prophecies in the law that foretold the Messianic works, his death and resurrection, and met the demands and penalties of the law on behalf of sinners. Then Jesus challenges us to have a righteousness that exceeds that of the Pharisees. He wants us to pursue the heart of the law and not outward show. He intensifies the commandments by applying them to the heart. Anger, contempt, and hatred are the roots of murder. Therefore, we are to seek reconciliation quickly and make things right with others. Lust is the seed of adultery, a sin of the heart. We should cut it off by changing our habits and thoughts. Adultery breaks the marriage covenant. Therefore, we are called to faithfulness and to honor a lifelong marriage commitment. At first, Jesus seems to raise the bar so high that law-keeping becomes impossible. But this shows us our need for Christ's sanctifying work within us as we live out the lifestyle of God's kingdom. Prayer. Lord, transform my heart to keep your words and to understand your intention and purpose. One word. Fulfill the law.